Hello. So I thought I'd talk for a few minutes. Well, actually, probably a little bit longer than a few minutes. I'm going to post this video on Patreon and on YouTube because I want to do a creative project. I talked about it before. It's what I'm calling my creative tribe project. And I will go into more depth and detail on Patreon. But I think I know for myself, one of my big things, my jam, is to share and inspire, to be creative, to have fun. Journaling and art and writing and DIY projects are my jam. They help lessen my anxiety. They help sort of keep my depression at bay. Some of it, the focus of it, and planning help with my ADHD. So for this on the left, which is actually supposed to be on the right, but I flipped them, it is my selfie picture. And what I did was look at the cover of the journal that Bree made me from Documented Journey, and I did that. And I had a blast doing it. I did a little bit different than she did. I looked at what she drew and drew it. And I'm going to continue to do that, fine-tune my own version until I get to where it's my own version of me. And that's going to become my avatar. It will eventually go in the little right-hand side of YouTube. And I think I'm going to sign my name to it and let it be my brand, my little logo kind of thing. So creative projects. I needed a purpose for some things because I know in 2018 I have some goals. And one of those goals is to do that creative tribe project. Another goal I was thinking about, I want to continue to do daily journaling like this, prompt journaling. Bree made me the Tumbleway River paper journal as a prototype, and I've been practicing with it. Well, I need to do a little bit more. So I thought, why don't I make that my prompt journal? I really like the B6 size. I really like the idea of journaling like that. I really like the idea of doing bits and pieces every single day, a little thing like these. Nothing major. Not the same thing I do in my bigger journal, where I do a lot of writing, text, where it's a lot of art and words. And I won't be adding tip-ins to those pages or anything. I might do a few just to kind of test the journal. I want to test out a few things so that I can give a really good review on it. So I think starting January 1st, that's going to become my Hobonichi style journaling like this, but without it being in a Hobonichi. I have the A5 that's going to be a planner and the two A6s. I also have an A6 I can use as a prompt journal. And I thought about it. I think I might actually, instead of doing prompt journaling in that A6, I might do a little bit of just regular journaling. I'm not sure. But I really want to test out the B6. That's one project. One thing I'm going to be changing that should be fun. Another thing that I have thought about doing is I've got to do the vision board. I've done my vision journal page spread, but I haven't done it on the actual what I was going to do so I can hang it up on the wall. I was going to do it this past weekend and got really busy with family and everything and catching up on a few videos for Patreon. I just did not have time to create the vision board. So that's one of the things. I need to do a plan with me video. I need to do a lot of things. But for 2018, as I sat here thinking about all the things I need to do this week, and I was thinking about the things I want to do next week, which is the last real week of December, I thought to myself, I want to take Miss Vicky B's Hobonichi journaling class, and I'm going to start that, I think, the beginning of January. I'm going to sign up for it. The first week of January, so that maybe in March I can, which will be January, February, March will be the first quarter. So by March I can wrap up that, and then come April I can sign up for maybe one of Liz Steele's classes. I was thinking maybe the watercolor class. Do that, and then the next quarter maybe do another class. That I won't be spending more than $100 on anything like that. I have some money, some things I need to save for. One is to have my metal building that's at my mom's moved to here. Another thing is my nephew is moving out of state, and he is selling his little SUV. He's got a Nissan Xterra. It's a couple of years newer than my car, so I think it's a 2002 or 2003, and he's selling it for pretty cheap. So I want to save up money so I can get that towards the middle of February. So I have some things I really need to save for, and I'm going to do that. But one of the other things I was thinking is that I want to do a few DIY projects, and I'm going to look around my house and figure out what I have put aside and that won't cost very much money, because I want to do a home project once every quarter, like a pretty decent sized home project, and do some kind of creative art journaling kind of project once every quarter. That way I'm working out of a few months span and not like necessarily a month. I thought about maybe coming up with, for the creative tribe project, coming up with, people can suggest, and it would be wonderful, maybe just some journaling prompts, not a daily prompt and not a quarterly prompt, like just maybe 10 or 20 prompts. If you aren't sure of what to do in your journal, those prompts could help. I've also thought about doing a video series again. I did the journal series. I see I'm watching myself, and this is where I messed up, y'all. This is the cheeks and the flesh tone. I should have done the flesh tone and her cheeks before I ever did the glasses or the lips or anything else. I don't make that mistake again, but I know better, and I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was so excited. I don't know what I was thinking. I need to get better at doing my hair, which is, 2 or 3 or 4 tone colored hair. I need to get better at that. Which is why I want to take a watercoloring class, and why I want to take Miss Vicky B's Hobonichi journaling class, because I think anything that makes us more creative in our journals, anything that makes us more creative with our art, anything that makes us more creative in general is always a good thing. I love to be inspired and motivated as much as I love to inspire and motivate. Actually, I probably love to inspire and motivate more than I love to be inspired and motivated, because inspiring and motivating other people inspires and motivates me. So, yes, I'm excited because and how many times can I really say that word? I really need to find another word other than excited. I'm enthusiastic. I don't know. I'll come up with something. So anyway, I digress. These pages were a lot of fun. I did this all in one full swoop pretty much. I had to recharge my camera twice to get all of this done. I drew out everything with a pencil, then I went in and drew everything with the pen and filmed it, and then I went in and watercolored and had to wait for the camera to charge again, and so I wrote a few things while I waited for the camera to charge, and then I went back in and filmed a little bit more and took a picture of the very last page where I had completely finished it, and it's in here. And I also added a blooper at the end of this. Usually I give this kind of stuff to Patreon. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, and I think it's absolutely hilarious, I add it to like a video. Mr. Rockstar was he was sleeping when I was filming this, and he woke up, and when he woke up, he kicked, and he didn't realize he had his guitar leaning against the bed, and it fell over. And that's his fancy custom Taylor guitar. And that was a nice little chunk of change there. And you're going to hear him. And I handled that pretty well, because I was in the middle of filming my coffee chat really early in the morning. And I think yesterday morning. Yeah, yesterday morning. Not this morning. Yesterday morning. This morning? I don't know. Anyway, I was in the middle of filming, and that is what happened. So, I am looking forward to what I plan to do for YouTube. I do, like I said, and Patreon, want to do another series. I would like to spread that one out though, maybe do one video a month, pick a day during the month, like say the middle of the month, the middle, yeah, because I do a lot of journal videos on Wednesdays or Fridays, and the second Wednesday of every month is going to be my Writer Wednesday video, which was due this past Wednesday, and I need to do, so it will be the 20th. So maybe since I'm off schedule already, I'll make my writing videos on the 20th of every month, because the 20th of this month, I'm actually going to be live on Tamara's YouTube channel. We're going to do a write-in. So maybe I'll do a short video before the write-in to get it up on YouTube. I'll do a short video to put up for me from my channel on Wednesday. And then that way we're going to have the write-in. And at the end of that video, I'll announce again that I'm going to be in the write-in with Tamara and leave a link to her channel. Because I want to write. I'm trying to get back into writing every single day on my novel. Some days I just write about the novel. I don't actually write any actual words in the novel. But as long as my head is in the novel, that's what's important. It's like with the journaling. I think it's important to, even if I can't actually do all of the journal page, to maybe plan it out, to write a little post-it note, to draw some of the pictures or take the pictures for that page. When I do the journal pages in the red journal, because that's the one I actually add tip-ins to. I try really hard not to add tip-ins to this thinner Tomoe River paper, because the 52 GSM doesn't really handle tip-ins very well. It doesn't handle that kind of stuff very well. So I try to save the ephemera and the bits and bobs of things like that, the pictures and paraphernalia, for my actual Enigma, which handles that, because it's the 68 GSM Tomoe River paper. It handles that stuff a lot better. So I realized when I was doing this, I need to get a few more gel pens, like the sparkly kind of gel pens. Yes, I need to get a few more because mine are running out. Then this one ran out, and I ended up having to get a different pen. So I was not real happy with that. So I'm going to leave a link to most of the supplies in this video. You will find them in my Amazon Influencer store. I think it says my Amazon store or my Amazon Influencer store. I used the Zig Clean Color Real Pen. I'm going to read this. Zig Clean Color Real Brush is what they're called, by Kuretake. I also used those Sai or Sei ones. They're Japanese. I also used the Pilot Multi-Ball to draw with, and I used the Red Eco Pencil. It's actually called a Pilot Color Eno, not an Eco. It's called a Pilot Color Eno. To draw with, I used that in red, and I also used Tombow in the flesh tones, which I really need to get more of. I really do need to get more of. I really like using the Tombows in the Hobonichi, and I like using the Zigs and the Seis. I like to do watercolor in here in all different kinds of ways. So sometimes I use the watercolor from the little half pans or the whole pans. Sometimes I use these, and I kind of flip-flop back and forth, and since it's use it or lose it December, I wanted to use some of these more often because I love these things. I absolutely love these things, and I had gotten so into watercolor, I kind of neglected to use them. It's time for me to get a few individual ones, like in certain colors, to replace some of mine that are running out. And that's pretty much what I have. I don't want to talk during this whole video. I'm going to cut it off in just a minute, this voiceover, but I am going to say just a few things. If you have an idea or suggestion of something that you would like me to do a video series on when it comes to this, so I went in, fixed a few things on here. These pages right here were a blast. Mr. Rockstar laughed when he saw them. He's like, these are adorable. It took me a little bit to get his hand right on the neck of the guitar. Um, my mom made this really wonderful dessert yesterday for all of us, and it was sugar-free because my mom has diabetes, and it was angel food cake and sugar-free Cool Whip, and I think it had maybe vanilla or some pudding. I'm not sure, but she had pineapple and pecans, and oh my goodness, it was delicious. So I loved it, and I went back to the table later. I was too full after dinner, and I went and sat at the dining room table and ate my dinner ate my dessert, I should say, all by myself, and that was really good. I enjoyed it. Mr. Rockstar didn't get any of it. He can't really have some of the things that were in there, the nuts and stuff, so he didn't get any, unfortunately. I'm excited. Oh, there we go. I'm not going to say that word again. But like I said, if you have an idea or a suggestion or anything that you'd like for me to do a series on, I would love to. So just leave me what you'd like, your idea, suggestion, any of your thoughts. Leave that in the comments below. And I hope you have a great one. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. Sometimes real life interferes with our, uh, uh, um, the best laid plans and all that. Yeah, I think I'd call it. I think I'd call it meditative journaling.